Hello, everyone, and we're live. As you can see, it's just me, Marie, here with Zandy's still taking some time out, but she'll be back with us next week. So welcome everyone. And of course, we have our beautiful Jasper here. So he wants to say hello to you all. And how have you all been going? Oh, I don't know about you, but there's certainly a lot of energy around. I'd love to know how you guys are all feeling because my crown has been so open and there's just so much coming in. So, hi, Lady Hawk. So good to see you. Um, yeah, and I'm just finding it's been really pushing through my solar plexus. So, it sort of sometimes it comes through and it feels like anxiety. And, I can't really find anything external that's creating that. And so, I got a download yesterday and I did a beautiful big gridding on the Saturday, and I knew that my starseed family had come through. And when that happens, I always forget, but it tends to come through my solar plexus when that energy is coming through to be with me. So so look, I don't know about you guys, but I know I've been getting lots of downloads and lots of push, and I think we're actually getting upgraded. Well, that's what they told me, is that they actually were giving me like this energy. So yeah, so it's been pretty full on. Oh, hi Christine and Kathleen B and Christina. Yay, so nice to see you all. Yeah, look, so Christine has said I felt amazing energies all weekend and beautiful. And it's so powerful. But it was almost like for me, it's like an aspect of my lineage and my shadow side was coming up to be cleared. Um, so once that's settled, then I could actually feel the shift in the power frequency. So it's been really interesting. Wow. And Kathleen B is saying I had a terrible headache in the forehead area the last 2 days. So Kathleen, it's this whole area that is being really pushed. So I mean, what I did then was I just sat, and the thing that helped me because it felt like anxiety, and I'm not used to that. And I was going, "What is this feeling?" Completely forgetting that's what happens when my starseed family are coming through. I actually went into gratitude and I found that as I dropped into this, I was just driving and I was just so grateful for everything. And I was grateful for God and I was grateful for just all my friends in my life and my home and that I've actually got food. And I really went down to basics, that my body is healthy. And it was just amazing. It actually dissipated. So as I raised my frequency, there was actually that feeling through the solar plexus was dissipating. So I went, oh, so good to remember that, to keep the frequency high. So it's been pretty full on. Oh, Christine, so you actually felt elemental energies for the first time in the rainforest. Isn't it beautiful when you connect in with them? That's another aspect that I've been really feeling strongly as well, are these amazing elemental beings. I'd love to know what you were feeling, or if you tuned into any of them, or if you've got any messages. Let us know. But Chris and Christina, so yeah, heavy energy on Friday and Saturday. Yeah, but then felt much lighter and more connected yesterday. So there's definitely something going on. We're not alone. This is actually happening. We're not going cray cray. It's always good to know that. So, wow. So there you go. So look, that's what's been happening. And as I said, Zam will be back next week. And we've got a beautiful story to tell you all. But I think we're going to do it on Elisa's show next Tuesday. I actually can't do the show tomorrow. We have no power, no Wi-Fi, and so I need the day off as well. So the week after, we'll definitely be doing Elisa. But all right, so today I put the heading up of what happens when we meet ourselves or are with ourselves, communicating in a dream. And I thought this is interesting because I haven't had it this distinct before, but I actually had one the other night where I was with my older self. So looked maybe 20 years older with sort of short, curly, grey, white hair. And I'm going, oh, okay. Our names were Marie, obviously, but we're on a big ship. Now, ship is a big potential, emotional potential, spiritual potential. So we were looking at everyone's cabins. And when I went to the older version of me, she was actually feeling a bit dizzy. So I had to sort of hold her, but she showed me her bathroom in this ship cabin. And it was beautiful. It was so exquisite and had all these extra features. And I went, wow, that looks really nice. It was so much more detailed than what mine was, how I was seeing myself in this time frame. So, so what is a bathroom? So a bathroom can be about cleaning ourselves. It can be about putting our makeup on, doing our hair, presenting ourselves. So depending, for me, it just felt like it was a place to get yourself prepared and ready. So that's how I felt the bathroom came through for me in that dream. And that's why I popped the heading up. So it's really interesting because there's been a couple of dreams come through as well that we can look at. So we'll go back to here. And okay, so we're going to start with the first one though. So this actually came through from Nick, I think, and it's a movie that we could all watch. And she said it's called Waking Life from 2001. It blurs the line between awake and dream state. Now, isn't that interesting? Because this is what we've been talking about. This is what people have been experiencing. Are we awake when we're dreaming? How can you be conscious when you're dreaming? But the beginning content was very confrontational, and then it lightened up. So thank you for that. I'm sure it was Nick that put that through. I just it's a recommendation. So that's something. It's called Waking Life. So I'm going to write that down so I remember, because I forget things after the show, and I'm going to have a look at that. I love it. That's awesome. Thank you for that. And she took away some insights. And now, so Nick as well, and talking about this about being awake in our dreams or communicating with ourselves in our dreams or whatever. Nick was saying that when she had a dream, she was talking about, I don't know if I put this up last week, but she was talking about the parallel life experience. So she was looking at sunspots on her right hand, and she had a flashback to a conversation she was having with someone in her dream about the spots on her hands, and she had less of them in the dream. So as Nick is saying, we consciously create our reality, and we can create what we want. So whether that was a parallel lifetime or whether that was simply an aspect, just to remind us that we can create whatever we want in our world. We are amazingly powerful. So I thought that was really beautiful that we actually, that Nick actually did a little bit of a review on that for us. So thanks, Nick. Okay, so Kibu's here. Hi, how are you? I've got some dreams from Kibu as well. So, but the first one up again I'm going to put is Kathleen B's dream. So Kathleen, I thought this was really interesting. So Kathleen was with her daughter. She was digging into a small dirt wall on the ground. It was like soft, crumbly dirt. And she found a metal piece about 2 to 3 feet long. And at first I thought it was a very old sword, but it had a four-sided piece that got thinner at the end, almost like an obelisk, but flatter. It looked like maybe some carvings on it also. There were flakes of metal falling away as I lifted it from the dirt. So, I was disappointed it was only an old piece of iron, but as the flakes fell away, I was excited it might actually be gold. Oh, wouldn't we all? That'd be wonderful. Although I didn't see if it was either. A voice said it was 459 ounces of, and then I woke up. So Kathleen, that sort of sucks. I would have actually done a meditation just to see what it was, but I have had a look at this dream for you, and I'd love to know what your thoughts were on it as well. So if you're with your daughter, to me, that's always an aspect of yourself that is maybe more playful, younger, feminine aspect, digging in dirt, being grounded. Okay, but you're also finding something, because remember, we can find treasure in the ground. And 2 to 3 feet long, again, that is like the size of a sword from the old days, isn't it? And two is balanced, and three is the Trinity. So it depends how you want to look at your numbers. And thinking it was an old sword, so you automatically have that thought that it was older. So yeah, let's have a look then and see, and that it might have had some carvings on it. So I feel there was a message from this metal, and with metal, I mean, metal's very hard. It can cut through things, it can damage things. I'm just going to see if we've actually even got metal in here. I don't know that we do. This is, now, for anyone wondering, the book that I sort of have been using for years is called Betty Bethard's The Dream Book. She channeled this information, and I just find a lot of it feels really right for me. So metal. No, it doesn't have metal in. Oh, yes, it does. Strength, durability, or it can be hard, cold, or unfeeling. But what I was getting for you, and I'm going to pull a card for you on this one, is that, and I did the numbers for you as well. So because the iron, it was flaking off, and usually iron, you won't find it flakes off. I have a feeling that this was actually another lifetime, and it's something in your lineage that you're clearing. Something that's been maybe unflexible because it was metal, but the number 459 as well adds up to a 9, which we know is a completion number. So this is something's finishing or ending. And ounces, to actually get the message about ounces. Now, ounces is a weight. So has this been a weight for your lineage or for yourself in your life? And the number 459, when I looked it up in my beautiful little angel book, and it's got to resonate with you. And this is why I guess we do these, is to help you all to understand your own symbols and numbers. But the number 459, angels help you to remove obstacles to your life purpose and to get some guidance. So I feel that maybe this has been really old and it's something that you've brought up to clear. I would definitely stop, go inside, do a little meditation, and ask your guides for more clarity around that. Because I know at the moment as well, I mean, part of the experience I went through on the weekend, it was definitely lineage clearing that's been going on. So I don't know how long ago your dream was, but that's something I would be doing. So, oh, okay. So let's have a look. Okibo, what is Elisa's Telegram name? I will try and pop it up. It's Elisa Herrera's support group, but I'll try and get the link and pop it up for you afterwards. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's the dream for Kathleen, but I will do a card for you, Kathleen, and just see if what I'm getting, and it's really good to learn our own symbology, not just archetypes, that are that can be sort of for the whole world. Yeah. Kathleen, we've got the Three of Pentacles. This is about, to me, this is about contracts. It's actually in the middle of a contract, finishing something off, signing something off. So I know that our souls do come in to clear things, and especially in this lifetime. So, and then we've got our Page of Swords. Now look at this. There's the sword. To me, the Page of Sword is about a message, but it's also about maybe it's not being quite the full truth. It's almost like there's been a distortion. So I feel that what we've been saying could be accurate for you, but I'd love to know if that feels right for you. So thank you for sharing that with us. That's beautiful. But Kathleen, I love this as well. So Kathleen did her own analysis. I love it. This is what it's all about. The feeling I got was that it had to do with a bit of money to come to me. Well, wouldn't that be wonderful, especially if you thought it might have been gold? The sword, thousands of years old. And I forgot this bit. This made me laugh. So and I love that you looked this up. Kathleen looked up what the number 459 was, and it came up as a Californian code for burglary. So imagine if this was a lineage aspect that needed to be cleared because it was burglaring energy, or it wasn't giving you a full truth of who you are. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are with that and if any of that resonates with you. So, Dennis is on. Hey, Dennis. It's so lovely to see you. Okay, so let's pop across to Kibu's dream. I love this one. This is beautiful. Now, this is fascinating. And Kibu, I actually haven't I sort of tuned in a little bit, but I'm going to just read through it. So Kibu's dream, her ex-boss left me her heart as a final wish. So they buried her without her heart. It went to Kibu. The size of her head wrapped in bandages and rope. So it looks like, was it being preserved, or that's how it got given so to Kibu. And I had to condense some of these dreams because they can take up a lot of room. So this is my conversion over. So I hope it's okay. The heart was hardened somewhat and light sand color, which is really interesting. Didn't know why she left me the heart, and it was this shape. So it was actually not the shape of a heart, but the shape of what we would reflect on as a heart. So I just thought that was so interesting. And so Kibu, if we look at it, your ex-boss. So you said she's still alive. She actually hasn't passed. But I would love to know how you felt about your ex-boss. Did you get on with your ex-boss? Because when we've worked with people, there's often aspects of them in dreams that we then see as a reflection of us. So if she's leaving you her heart and it was slightly hardened, is there an aspect of your heart that is maybe time for it to be to come out, to break through, some hardening? And if it's a light sand color, I'm going to look up the color yellow. Or yellow is empowerment, actually, but a light sand color. Let's see if we can get a little bit more specific with that. It's an amazing dream. Like, it's pretty freaky, isn't it, to have someone leave you their heart? So 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 we could almost say a yellow is peaceful as well. So that's interesting in this book. And if we say a light sand color, it can sometimes be a little bit goldy, which is Christ light or divine consciousness. So they're the two that have come up there. So it's not a heavy heart, even though it's hardened a little bit. So I would have a look at what the aspect of your ex boss was, how you felt about her, and what's going on for you in your heart, because you could be having a breakthrough of something that's old. But I'm going to pull some cards for you on this one, because this one really intrigued me as well. So let's just have a little look for Kibu and see. And it's a big heart, like if it's the size of a head. Yeah, that's a big heart. Okay. All right, just going to pull a couple of these up. Okay. Oh, that one's really hot. Okay, let's just go in here. Wheel of Fortune has come up, which is really interesting, because, as I said, I really feel that there could be a change that's happening for you. And when our heart expands, it's like our whole perception around life changes as well. So, yeah, just got confirmation of that Ace of Swords. So there's something in her that I would go in and have a look and see how you reflected what you thought of her from a heart sort of place, heart situation. Yeah, and it's interesting though. Don't stress about it, because we've got our Nine of Swords come up. So don't worry about it. This is going to be come through for you, and I would do a meditation with that, and go in and I open my heart energetically. So I'll just touch and twist, open the heart energetically, release any pain, and you can put beautiful emerald green through, and it's so soothing and so healing. So you could do that, what in your mind's eye, if you like, once you're in a little meditative state, and just ask for more insight. So, and I'd love to know what you get. So about that. Oh, I'm just dropping half my cards here. Let's just put them back up. Okay, so let me just double check to see. Um, oh, okay, this is beautiful. Oh, good. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go back to Kathleen's, because she was digging up that piece of steel, remember? She thought it might have been a sword, it might have been really old. And she says, wow, yes, I felt it had to do with past life too. Yeah, I got that straight away for you. I've been trying to do some clearing. I remember being a warrior using swords and having a lot of guilt in this lifetime. Absolutely. When we've taken people's lives or we've harmed people, doesn't matter that was the time. If we've kept that judgment of ourself within us, then of course that guilt comes through, and it can, like that sword. It was that Page of Swords. It was like, hey, there's some distortion here. And I think what we have to do is remember that as souls, we've come in with agreements. That's why that Three of Pentacles came up for you as well. So that's a contract card. So it's a soul agreement. So I think we have to learn to stop judging ourselves, just to completely, if we need to, forgive and just go, whoa, what an experience. It's okay. That's what we were experiencing. So I love that you've yeah, trying to clear that well. So I would go in and do that little process I've talked to you guys through before, where I just go through, open my heart, center myself, and then just go deep within and ask that aspect of you to come through, or your lineage. It'll be completely linked in with your lineage with other lifetimes. Um, and yeah, and just bring that through and just ask it, what's your message? Thank you for being there to protect me. I love you. You're so, cared for and loved, but it's time to have a holiday. And then I just bring through my divine presence, God, whatever you want to call it, and ask for that to be released. And then just watch it be released, and ask for something to come through to actually help to expand, nurture, and love that part of you. So that I would be doing that, Kathleen. That seems to work quite nicely when I'm doing them. So that might help you. So, and I just want to pop back to Kibu. Where are we? Kibu was saying it was a very detailed dream. This is the one where she got bequeathed a heart from her ex-boss who had passed away in the dream, and so she got this heart. Yeah. Oh, okay, and good. Yes, I love her heart. She's a kind soul. So there you go. So maybe there's an aspect of her heart that you're actually now activating, clearing something that was blocked there. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, it's in your face, isn't it? When we have these dreams, it's in and the heart. You know, the heart is where I feel everything's cleared through. Um, Emotions, are felt. We have, and our heart is what makes us human. It's that beautiful love consciousness. So, yes. So, okay. So, Christina, I'll go back to the other dreams in a moment, but I'll pop one up now while people are on the line. So, Christina's had a dream. So, I had this dream last week on Thursday. I was on a bus with other people. As we were traveling, we started seeing water rising on the road, but the bus could still drive through it. But we were all scared and panicky. But it was all good in the end. Next image is that I'm on a different, older looking bus. Felt like I was on the way back, and my brother was sitting next to me as a young boy. It's interesting. This time, the bus actually had to go underwater and it was just floating in water, but no water got inside. But we were still scared. But I kept calming my brother and saying to take deep breaths. Beautiful. So let's just go back to basics, which is always a great thing to do. And I'd love to know what you thought about this dream, Christina, as well. So straight away, if you're on a bus, this is a bus is a huge potential for growth, for movement, and the fact that you're on with other people. So this is lots of different aspects of yourself as well. So I'm going to look up bus just to show you how from the dream book we can relate that then to the dream. So bus, tremendous potential for self-expression. Okay, so see vehicle. So that's what you were doing. There was this there's something coming through for you that will be allow you to actually expand with your expressing through your throat chakra. So, okay, so let's have a look. So, water. What's water? Water is emotions. So, the fact that you're seeing water rising on the road. So, it's almost like the road is our direction in life. And if you're seeing water, have you been feeling a little bit emotionally overwhelmed with something or a little bit fearful of something? Is there some change going on in your life? Um, yeah, what's been happening for you on an emotional level? Are you afraid to step up and actually express yourself differently through your emotions? So this is what I'd be asking myself if I had this dream. And then the fact that it was all good at the end. So it's just knowing that our emotions oftenly, if we think of an emotion, it's a movement of energy, emotion. That energy from the emotion helps to propel us forward. So whether it's fear that pushes us, whether it's anger, whether it's joy, the emotion is what actually helps us to shift and change. So the fact that you were then on a different, older looking bus, um, that you were coming back from it. So to me, that says if the bus is older, you've had some experience with it. So, and I love that in your dream, that actually pertains to that as well. Now, your brother is your masculine side as a young boy. So this is maybe the aspect, your masculine aspect that is just needing to catch up a little bit with that feminine or that emotional aspect within you to know what's the word? It's action because the masculine is more action taking. So, there's the maturing that's going on there with that. And how interesting that the bus actually went under the water, but it was floating. So to me, this is telling you that you are going to be okay, even if you feel like your emotions are huge, because you're not going to get the emotions aren't going to hurt you. Okay, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to have change and go, oh, this is like really scaring me a little bit. But the fact that you were self-soothing by telling your younger brother to stay calm and take deep breaths, that's amazing. So even, you knew that you're going to be okay. So I really feel that this masculine aspect of you, the doing side, that's where a little bit maybe of that fear comes from, about actually taking the steps with it. So I'm going to do a couple of cards for you as well, Christina, to see if we can get any more clarity with that. And just let us know if you can, Is there anything going on in your life where you know you have to speak up, or you have to change something, or you're feeling a little bit emotionally overwhelmed? But remember, that bus is a big potential, so it's awesome. This is an expansion for you. So, and it has to come through our emotions because we're human, which is the sucky bit. That's what I reckon anyway. It's like, oh, okay, let me just tune in and just see if we can get some cards up to give you a little bit of clarity with that. Yeah, you want to come out. Okay, let's have a look. Yes. Four of Swords, my love. So there's still something a little bit hidden for you, but it is going to come through because yeah, the Queen of Cups, emotions. Oh my gosh, she's all about emotions. She's looking at her emotional aspect, and sometimes there's a little bit of grief in there too. So don't be surprised if you go, oh, why am I feeling a little bit like sad or weird? It's okay. It's part of the change. So there's something hidden that's going to come through for you, and you may feel it. So yeah, the Hermit, how perfect. Take some time out, Christina. I know you got a bubba. Hi, William. But try and get some time out for you to actually just meditate, or just to do something that allows you to go deep inside, to ask your divine self, ask your soul for some help and some guidance, and see what's going on. So those cards really are sort of saying along the same lines as your dream. So it's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Okay, so Kibu, I'm just going to pop this up and then we'll go back to the dreams. Lady Hawk's got a dream as well. So and Kibu asked about the dream, is there anything bad going to happen to my ex-boss? I'm worried about her health. And speaking of synchronicity, I saw 555, which is change, big change, several times this week, and woke up this morning at 5:55 a.m. Is it a good change? Oh, also, I'm wondering if the heart is now referring to my heart. Is it hardening or softening? It sounds worrying. No, it's not worrying, Kibu. To me, it's an opportunity. So someone that you see as beautiful, soft-hearted, and generous, it's almost like for you, it's an opportunity to just keep opening more. We're continuously opening our hearts. We're continuously going into deeper chambers energetically and consciously within our heart. No, it's a beautiful opportunity. So, but then I would go in and talk to your heart. Our heart has its own consciousness. That's what I would do as well. So I wasn't feeling that there was anything wrong with your ex-boss, that was meant to be your message. 555 is change. It's your change, my love. This is your change that's coming through. Don't worry. You've got that 9 of Swords. Don't worry about it. It's all perfect. Change is change. And it can be uncomfortable, but it's all orchestrated by your soul. Okay, the star cards come up. So you don't have to stress. You don't have to worry. Just keep opening your heart like I was describing. Okay, just start playing with your heart. Go in. What I do, I go in and I actually sit in my heart. I imagine being right in the middle of my heart, and I go, what can I see out the front of my heart? And when I did that the first time, I actually saw the cosmos. I went, oh my goodness, this is like a whole portal. This is like, whoa. So play with your heart and see what happens. See if there's a message there for you from your heart. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. So, okay. Now we had I think it was Lady Hawk. How you doing? Sorry, I haven't got Zandy here to help. Zandy here to help me. So, Lady Hawk, here we go. Yay, I found you. So, Lady Hawk, my husband had a dream, and he said we were fighting, and he was turned into police, and he was looking for someone to help him, and no one was there. Completely not our relationship. I was in his dream. Okay, so isn't this interesting, Lady Hawk? So you were in your hubby's dream. So to me, I mean, this can be something that happens energetically between partners. If you're sleeping in the same bed with someone, if you're in their energy field, we can actually be in each other's dream simply because of that association and that connection. In this instant, though, I would say that he's looking at you, aspects of you that he sees within himself. Okay, now the fact that he was turned into police when they're in a dream, what I understand is that they're actually there to help us. So the fact that he turned into police, he's going to help himself. He's going to be able to find out what's going on and help himself. So if you're fighting, he's fighting with an aspect within his feminine. Okay, so his intuition, whether it's his intuition, whether it's his emotional side, whatever it is he sees as that feminine aspect of himself, I would say that he's having a bit of an inner deep subconscious struggle. So he's got to actually do this work for himself. I would again go into a meditative state. and ask to talk with my feminine and masculine aspects, and they'll come through. I used to have my masculine used to come through as a knight in all this like armor and swords, and then the female was sitting on her throne, and I could see straight away if he was all battered up and bent, then there was an imbalance. So find out, get him if he's into this stuff, get him to actually have a look and see what does his masculine come through when he actually imagines it, and what does his feminine aspect come through as when he imagines it, and how are they sitting with each other? Are they balanced? Is one of them out of balance? So this is for him to do his work. So thank you for sharing that. And it's amazing because you were acting as the feminine, I would say, within his dream. But yeah, we can be in each other's dreams. And this is, again, that heading. We can be in someone's dream on a consciousness level as well, like another realm. So, so yeah, so that's great. Thank you for sharing that. So, okay, let's just pop back. Where are we? I've had some really good dreams sent to me this week. Thank you for sharing, everyone. It's really amazing, and some beautiful synchronicities, which just because there's some weird things that weird, but also wonderful and exciting things that happen that are really synchronistic. So, okay, so I think I'm up to yes, I'm up to Kibo had a second dream, so I'm going to pop that up now. So Kibo, again, I've shortened this. I know sometimes they're an amazing story to read, but I've just shortened it up so that we can sort of get the gist of it and then have a look at the aspects for you. So Kibo was at a restaurant with her friends. Everyone was wearing black, and she got caught not wearing a bra, and she's dreamt this one twice. So there's a message in here. So apparently, even at the restaurant, one of her friends said, "Oh, you're not wearing a bra," and so where are we? Da-da-da-da. And also too, an aspect of this I remember was reading. Kibby said that she, in another lifetime, she felt she was a male, and that's why she didn't like to wear bras, and that could very well be the case. But what does a bra do? A bra supports our breasts, which are our beautiful nurturing aspect of our feminine, right? Because they feed babies as well. So they sort of show the femininity. They show that empress, that goddess aspect within us. So the fact that you're not wearing a bra, maybe you're really happy and comfortable with that aspect of you, and you don't feel you need to. The fact that you were there with friends, but you were all wearing black. Now, this is subconscious. So black is the deep unknown. I'm just going to look at the book as well, I just opened it up onto the right page. So black to me is deep subconscious. It's the unknown. It's the mystical. So this could very well be from another lifetime or from a subconscious. You don't want to feel restricted. You don't want to feel restrained, you know. Because I know the worst thing about bras is forever they've had the underwire in, which actually then can cut off all of our lymph glands that sit underneath the breasts, and that can cause issues with lymph gland flow and all sorts of nasties. So I mean, for years now, I haven't worn underwires. So just keep that one in mind as well. So you're probably doing them a favor by not wearing bras. Okay, so let's have a look at color and the color black. I know it's deep, unknown and unconscious. So, Kibu, I would say that this is another opportunity for you to take the dream to the next level by going inside and actually asking that aspect of you to come up. And it could very well be from another lifetime. But to me, it feels like you like the freedom of it. But fancy, it's funny, isn't it, how we think of it as, oh, I got caught. So because is it socially acceptable to not wear a bra? Well, I say yes. Go Kibu. So do some work with that one. I'll pull a card for you as well on that one, and we'll see what's happening. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love these dreams. All right, so this is for Kibu. This is interesting, Kibu, because the Five of Cups has come up. Now, the Five of Cups can be about grief, about losing something. And remember, a heart, the bra, the breasts, they're all around that heart area as well. So isn't this interesting that you also had that heart that was given to you by your ex-boss in the other dream? So I feel that there's some grief, but there's also some freeing up that's needed around your heart area, this is just fascinating. Yeah. And then you've got your Ten of Pentacles, and I feel this is when you're going to come into that abundance through the heart. Okay, be free. Yeah, don't restrict it. just don't be afraid of your own love. Don't be afraid of your own divine love consciousness, because that's what this is telling me with the Ten of Pentacles. There's an abundance there. So, and don't be afraid to love everybody. You don't have to tell them, but you can just allow yourself to feel it. So just something to play with again. So I feel those two dreams for you were correlating. So interesting. And the fact you're in black, this is subconscious. So yeah. Okay, Angel Laurie's on. Hi. That's so nice. You got on. I love it. So okay, so Angel Laurie's popped a dream up. So because you're on live, we'll keep going back to the ones that I've got as well. So Angel Laurie, hi Marie and Jasper. Hi. I finally dreamt, but the only one I remember is I was in some kind of mission. There were 3 archangels dressed really cool in human clothes. Somebody lobbed a grenade at me. I picked it up and threw it back, and then I woke up. Like, what in the world was that? I've never dreamt of a grenade before. Wow. Well, a grenade. What does a grenade mean to you, Angel Laurie? I know what it means to me. I mean, if you lob a grenade at something, you're gonna explode it, aren't you? You're gonna change the situation up. You're gonna demolish what's there if it goes off. So it's actually an act of deliberate breaking down of something. So if you're on a mission with 3 archangels, now what's 3? 3 is a very spiritual number. Archangels are from a higher realm. To me, they're from a different dimension, but they were dressed in human clothes. We have aspects as well of angels within us, I believe. So sometimes, angels can be walking on this earth. With the archangels, I feel that energy is such a much different frequency, and they wouldn't be physical on earth per se. Like, you still can see them, but they might not be human. Whereas for you in this dream, they were in human clothes. So if someone's lobbed a grenade at you, but then you threw it back, to me that means that it's almost like maybe something was going to really change in your life. You're going to have a really big shift or a big explosion, but you picked it up and you threw it back. So it's like you didn't need to go through that at that time. And the 3 is definitely the Trinity, which is spiritual. So to me, it's like, yeah, it's I'm going to look up the numbers, but I know that's what 3 means to me anyway. But this is what we do: is we need to find out for ourselves what resonates. So 3, Trinity: mind, body, spirit, harmony. Dream has a spiritual message. So maybe you have actually avoided something really blowing up in your world. And the work you've done, if you said you're on a mission, maybe the inner work you're doing and the beautiful connecting you're doing has helped to keep you on a more peaceful path. So I don't know, that's just what I'm feeling. So yeah, so let's have a look. Okay, let me just have a little look. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Why am I getting goosebumps? Something's going on. Let me just have a look. Oh, yes. 5 of Wands. Yes, you've definitely averted some sort of action through work that you've been doing on yourself. Page of Pentacles. This to me is something new that you're learning. It can often be just a small aspect, but one small step at a time can really change things up. Oh, I love it. The Hermit's coming up today for everyone. Reflection. So the inner work we do is so powerful to help us to even be able to change what sometimes our soul might have put in as a contract. So just do that deep inner work. Honestly, guys, to me, that's one of the most important things we can do to help ourselves to be able to, shift, like to throw a grenade back rather than have it blow up in our faces. So it's definitely worth doing the work. So yeah. And we just got Kibu. Oh, that is so lovely, because this is from when Kibu's dream about the heart and then about the bra. It brought tears to my eyes. Yes, I tend to love everyone unconditionally. This is why I kind of know I'm different, like I'm first time on earth or something. And lately I started to think not everyone deserves my love. So I feel disconnected from some people. So I would say, isn't that interesting? So that's really reflecting what your dream's saying. At the end of the day, Kibu, we can love people. We don't have to like their behavior. Okay. When we stop that flow of love, it's actually ourselves we're stopping it from. So you don't, like I said, you don't have to tell them. You don't have to actively do it. Just allow your heart to stay open and just know that you are protected. If you're not feeling safe, bring out your beautiful dragon, get your gargoyles in. But to me, this is like teaching you that, yeah, it's beautiful that you have that unconditional love. So don't stop the flow of it, because it's actually for you at the end of the day. All right. Doesn't mean you have to like everybody, and it does not mean you have to agree with their behavior. So yeah, I don't know that you're a new soul. I think this is your heart. Is, like I said, it's expanding, and you're feeling things differently. It's cool. So okay, so Kathleen, what is Kathleen saying now? Um, Speaking of synchronicity, I always feel when listening to your advice for other people's dreams are answers for me also about other things going on for me. Absolutely. And I think Zan and I always say this. Sometimes we go, oh, do we even want to put a topic title on it? Because every time people put up dreams, there's often very synchronistic flow through them. So like today, some of the dreams, there's ants in two of the dreams. And I went, oh, this is interesting. Um, so I'll go through some of those dreams as well. And so yeah, so Kathleen, you're absolutely spot on. Thank you for sharing that. It's true. It's the same if even if someone's getting a reading, or if someone's talking about an experience, I'll always know there's something in there for me as well. So I love that you've actually brought that up. Thank you. Okay, Lady Hawk's got a question. So what if everything in your dream is geometric shapes and not organic flowing natural shapes? Brilliant. It's so funny. It's so funny because this book, my little favorite book, that has got my geometric, sacred geometry shapes in it. I went, why have I got that still sitting on there? I don't think I'm going to need it. But I knew I would. And this is why, because Lady Hooks asked the question. So if we look at our platonic solids, so the 5 platonic solids, we've talked this through with Zan before. So you've got your fire, your tetrahedron, you've got your cube, your earth, which is very grounding. Your fire, your tetrahedron is purifying. Okay, so they're going to give you a message. Whatever the shapes are, you're going to get your message from it. The octahedron is air or gas. This helps to balance our masculine and feminine lines. It also helps us to go with the flow and synchronicity of life. And the dodecahedron is the 12 pentagons inscribed in a sphere. And this is universal ether. And this is the spiritual message or the spiritual opening. If you've got organic geometric shapes coming through in your dream, Lady Hawk, well, I would be really just embracing that and looking at them, finding out what they are, and then looking them up. Okay, there's messages. So icosahedron is water. Again, that's emotional. Helps our heart consciousness, helps us to expand. And then we've got, and of course, like I said, the cube, which is very grounding. But I used to have, I'd be having dreams of like the flower of life, which has got all of those aspects within it coming through me, especially when I was staying at a friend's place that was on this incredible vortex. If I was sleeping the night, and I would wake up, so I would actually be awake, and I still had these incredibly powerful geometric shapes going through me. Some of them were gold, some of them were pink, some would come through huge, big white, and I could feel it shifting my DNA, shifting my whole consciousness. So if you have dreams like that, yeah, that's fantastic. So it's absolutely fine, perfect. So but notice what they are, write them down when as soon as you wake up, try and write them down or remember them, and then look them up and look up their meaning. But you'll feel it. I felt it within my whole being as these were coming through, and I've had it quite a few times in my life. So yeah, they're cool. They're really cool. So yes. Okay, so Angel Laurie, let's have a look and see from your dream. Yes, exactly, Kibu. From my regression, I was told by Mother Sophia in the form of living flames with wings and a crystal face that we are to be love and not to allow hate into our heart space. Yeah, because it only affects us. It always only affects us. We are all one. We just have different experiences and personalities. So yeah, that's beautiful, Angel Laurie. So okay, so Dennis has popped something up. We'll just have a look at now since we've been talking about these shapes. So Dennis says, so then why is the pyramid so predominantly shown throughout everywhere? So why is the pyramid so predominantly shown? Okay, because Dennis, I've always believed that it's actually like a double pyramid, which is an octahedron. So if you look at the pyramid, it's the basis for most of the shapes as well. So it could be octahedron. It's in your where are we? I book out again. So it's in like that shape is So it's in the icosahedron. Okay, so that's 20 face solid geometry of equilateral triangles. So it fits into all of them actually. So that's why I would say plus it is the purification. It's fire. So that I don't know, but if you've got any ideas on that, Dennis, um, let us know. So let us know. Oh, I'm going to ask Jazzy. Sorry, just got that's yeah. Just going to ask Jasper on this one as well, Dennis. Okay. So I've just asked Jasper your question. Yeah. And what he's saying is there's so many more that have been hidden. It's just they're the ones that have been kept, like the pyramids we see, the big ones in Gaza, the ones in that Elisa went to see, the Bosnian pyramids. So it's like that shape is very recognizable. But I guess he's saying there's a lot more different shapes that that just haven't been as seen or haven't been as noticed. So it looks like that's probably why, because they said they've been hidden. There's been a lot that's been hidden that aren't just the pyramid, but that is the basis for a lot of them. So yeah. Um, oh, okay. So this is really interesting. So Kathleen, what are the different pyramids behind your head on the poster? So these are the transference healing sacred symbols. So they're called the three black sisters. So the top one is top one and bottom one. Alexis Cartwright brought through. You can't quite see them, but yeah. But the three in the middle, they're called the three black sisters. Now they're actually sacred geometry that were found in a mathematics, ancient mathematics text. So the gold and silver in them depicts different energies, I suppose. So yeah, so their actual geometric shape is very, very sacred. And they can sort of work with DNA, but I can't talk too much about them. But yeah, they were found in a very ancient math text. So there you go. So, but that's what they're called. So they're okay. So I'm just going to pop back now to the other dreams because I keep writing stuff and I'll just keep going back and checking. Okay, so we just do. Actually, what's the time? Gosh, I haven't got Zan here. So nearly time. Okay, that's right. So we do a couple more of these dreams that I've put in already. Done that. We've done Kippus. We've done that one. So we're up to. Oh, this is beautiful. So Kibu, actually, I remember I did a little reading, and Kibu happened to get the reading, and she said, in a reading, you saw me with wings. And I remember that because when I tune into the higher self, I can actually remember what I see. Recently, I was browsing for charms and pendants for my necklace online. One pendant stated, "Hope now have wings." Kibu means hope. Isn't that beautiful? It struck me right there and then, and I had a rush of energy coming in and goosebumps. And that image actually helps Kibu to stay centered, which is really beautiful. So I'm so glad that you sort of get some support and some help through those little readings. No, we don't do them very often. We probably need to do them a bit more, hey? So thank you for sharing that beautiful synchronicity. And it's true, I love it when I get the goosebumps and you see something, you go, oh, I know I'm meant to be having that energy or that shape or that pendant or those wings around me. Yeah, it's beautiful reminders. So, okay, so Niobe's dream. So in dream one, she was in a room with a man and two young solid grey cats on a table plugged into machines and tubes. I love you guys. You're all weird and I love it. I was worried about them as they were not moving. The man says they are fine, just receiving meds and fluids. I see them breathe and I feel better. Then he points to one of the cats and says, "This is the wild one." So, Niobe, if you've got with a man, masculine aspect of us, okay, if we're going to bring it back to ourselves, two young solid grey cats. So, what are cats? Cats to me are our feminine. So they were solid grey. I'm going to look up grey, but I feel that that's sort of an in-between colour. It's not deeply unconscious. It's not, it hasn't yet become revealed. So it's almost like the unknown still, but it's not so deep. That would be my interpretation of grey. Again, we all have our own interpretation of grey. So grey, fear. Oh, isn't this interesting? So if that resonates with you, and you were afraid, you were worried about them because they weren't moving. So, is there an aspect of you within the feminine that you're not allowing to actually you're not actually working with? Is it your intuition? Is it your emotions? Is it your heart? Just I again, the man says they're just receiving meds. So there could be some change or some nurturing going on for you. In fact, there's two. That's balance. That's finding balance. Okay. And the cats are our feminine. So yeah, so I would say if there's a wildcat, yeah. You know what? Our wild intuition, our wild woman, our wild feminine aspect, bring it on, I say, but it's finding that balance so that you're not completely suppressing something and you're not over the top. So I'm just going to pull a quick card off for you on that one because I feel this is something you, again, could go in and work with. Do a meditation, ask again. It seems to be coming back today to this feminine masculine aspect, doesn't it? I would ask to have both of those aspects be shown to you for you to experience or to feel, however they come through, and communicate with them and just see what's going on. Oh, we've got the 10 of Pentacles again. Once you do this, I really feel there's going to be some shift for you, some abundance, because the flow will be so much better. And there's a male and a female talking in this card in the background. I would go in and have a chat to your masculine, feminine. Okay, so that's beautiful. So thank you for sharing that. I'm just going to pop down to see if there's comments in the live, so we'll keep it going. So yeah. Yeah, I love it. No, that's good. We'll keep going. So we've got next dream. I will go to Nobi's next dream quickly. So Nobi's dream outside with a young boy amongst a few rows of tall grass. And I've shortened this again. In the full dream message, she was really enjoying that long grass that was there. Within the grass, I spotted one large black beetle about the size of a big toad. That's one big beetle. It had a very wide and strange mouth. The boy went near it, and I was alarmed, and I advised him to be careful. He put his finger in the beetle's mouth. Nothing happened, so I felt better. So isn't this interesting? So I got straight away it was a scarab beetle. So this is our beautiful scarab beetle. You can see how it's got a very unusual looking mouth. Okay, not huge, but it's an unusual looking beetle. So if we look up beetle, a beetle can be where are we? So a beetle, eternal life, spiritual awakening. I mean, these were from Egypt. You can see the ankh in the background there. So this was and that again, the ankh actually represents the feminine, masculine coming through the higher self and through the heart. Isn't that interesting that it's come up again? So yeah, so your beetle, and it can also bring good luck. So depending on the type of beetle, but that was my feeling with that one. So the fact that he went into the mouth, now what does the mouth do? The mouth eats to support us nutritionally. It speaks our truth. We smile with our mouth. We talk, everything. So is there some fear about what you're talking or what you're speaking at the moment as well? So because I feel that, again, there's a spiritual shift for you with that one as well. So thank you for sharing that. And again, I would go in and chat, but I feel this is you going through a shift. Okay. So I'm going to pop down. I will put Naomi's other dream up, I think, next week because it was great. It was also about the ants as well and a beetle. There was ants and beetles as well because I'm going to run out of time. But I'll quickly do Nick's dream. So herself and a friend headed to an airport hotel for a meet and greet with Russell Brand. Now, as Zan says, we know if there's someone that's sort of famous or well known, that's your guide. So then you look at the aspects of that guide. I told her that the jury was still out about him. Yeah, where is he sitting? But the airport didn't have any passengers, only crew. Now, remember, an airport is the highest, getting on a plane is the highest spiritual perspective. So it's almost like you're being prepared for something if you're at the airport and at an airport hotel. So it's like you're getting prepared for something, Nick, and you've got a guide there. So there was only the air crew walking across the tarmac from the hangars, but they had on a red and purple uniform, which is like the Virgin uniform. There was a group of 30 women. Now that's a lot of women, but let's break it down. 3, spiritual. You're at an airport, spiritual journey coming up. And that's the feminine as well. And as we walked down a corridor, I was the first to meet him. Not knowing one another, we shook hands rather weakly. I cracked a few jokes with mate, which made him smile. He sat down next to me on the floor and chatted. He spoke to the group from here and referred to my comments as examples. on the windowsill next to me, I saw a pinhead-sized micro bat emerging from a hole, followed by ants. The whole experience felt natural and light. So this is beautiful. So your guide is talking with you, and he's saying that you've spoken examples that he's using. So you're obviously, it feels like you're on the right path. That being in the hotel at the airport and being in that area, to me says it's almost time for a spiritual. You're going to go through some sort of spiritual awakening or spiritual expansion. And bats, a bat is a cycle. So if you've got a micro bat, it means there's an ending of a small cycle coming up for you. It can also mean clairaudience. Okay, so actually enhancing that, being able to hear spirit, being able to hear psychically. Now, ants, it was interesting because in the dream before there was ants as well. And ants can be, they're busy, they do their teamwork, they don't ever usually work on their own. They always know to go back into their ants nest, into their group. Um, do you feel that there's been a loss of individuality if there's ants there? So do you need to maybe have a look at what you want in life rather than doing what is expected? So I feel that you're going to go through a bit of a shift with that one, Nick, if that wasn't too long ago as well. So, and again, and I feel that your next dream actually really does exemplify that, because next dream, 5 children playing when I wanted them to focus on learning. I was frustrated. In my dream, I was aware I was trying to control them. And Nick's decode on this, apart from the in dream analysis, I saw the number 5 as significant. Well done. This is brilliant. This is what I want you guys to be doing. The children were showing me that I can't stop change. They are shifting, literally and metaphysically, shaking things up, desires, expansion, imagination, options, curiosity, and adventure. And Nick, I would say also, are you letting yourself play? Are you playing enough? So, yeah, but that's beautiful. I love that. You just analyzed that dream beautifully. So, thank you for sharing that. So, yeah, but whoa, I cannot believe it's nearly been an hour, guys. Woo, I'm going to have to go. So, but I wanted to pull a card for you all before I go, because I know there's a lot of big energies going on. So, I'm going to pull one of my beautiful animal magic cards, and we're going to have a look and see if this will support you, even if you're not on the live, even if you're watching this afterwards. The energy from these beautiful cards, it will support you if you're going through some shifts and changes. Okay, so let me just see what wants to come out and talk to us today. Oh, it's that one. It's pinging. It's bull. Now, I love it when bull comes up, because the word that goes with bull is fertility. And you can see the lightning coming through, which is the energy. And I tell you, we've had in crazy storms. I haven't been able to see the stars because I feel there's plasma that's actually being really pushed at the moment. So there's a lot of energy coming through. But what it does is it can push us to actually do something creative. And the red, this is base chakra. This is feeling safe. This is being home, but it's also action again. So if that bull card comes up to me, it can also be the goddess principle, the feminine principle coming through, even though it's a bull, which is really interesting. So just stay connected, allow the frequency to run through, keep clearing your energy field, white lighting, opening your heart, remembering to breathe, just the basics, okay? So yeah, we could have a bit more energy coming in to work with and play with. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful week. Zan will be back next week, and yeah, just stay happy. Jasper sends big hugs, and we will see you next time. And Elisa's show, I won't be able to do that till next week either. Okay, love you all. Bye.